names. There's also budding, planting. You get the idea. But she's arriving at the 14th degree and eclipsed. So we are being excelled into the limelight, bridging the gap, bringing in the foundation of Scorpio, the transformation of Hades, possibly, the death and the rebirth of something that we actually may have already felt during the Aries eclipsed new moon. So this is one kind of, it's an unveiling or maybe a revealing of something. So there's no need to fight it. Just take it all in and ask yourself, what is the highest manifestation that you could create with this energy? It really is an opportunity to create significant change in our lives. Often abrupt change. This year in the doTERRA is a year of transformation, change. So we're all in it. But this eclipsed energy of the lunarities, it tends to bring information out of the blue, out of nowhere. You may feel yourself surprised, caught off guard. Inshallah and Ashe, just diving into the moon a little sooner. Divine wills bless you. 333 plus magical energetic beings. Are we going to hit the 444 this month? I sure hope so. Angel numbers. Share the excitement with your friends along with other like-minded musers and guests, artists in the field. Either way, thanks for joining me. Thanks for tuning in. So what's the biggest topic this week? Hello. This lunar eclipse, flower power, flower, full moon in the season of Scorpio. Any Scorpios out there? Transformation, digging deep, deeper than ever before transformation. Even the oracle messages are actually in alignment with the energy of this week. The 5th month, May, the 5th day, and the 5th of the week, Friday, coming in at the 14th degree, also adding to a 5, and to top it off, 23, which also adds to a 5. Literally, are you picking up what I'm handing out here? So with that, go ahead and hit the white rabbit. Do so right now. It really is the only way that we can really make certain that this algorithm will give each and every one of us the nutritional quotient that our soul deserves. Heartfelt feeling like skipping stones down to our inner bones, the Earth Star. Our inner value quotient, the optimistic venue, the love quotient. I tend to stick on the optimistic avenue there. But while we're waiting for people to hop onto the live, tune into the replay or tune in the afternoon, whatever timeline that you're on. Are you feeling a new wave of value being kind of installed? A new set of unlimited beliefs? Downloading a new feeling of the way we value ourselves on the inside. Maybe it's percolating and brewing to the outside. Maybe you're actually believing it too for a change. Finally, the messenger, we got the memo. So what's aligning? What's expanding? What's excelling? So parts of our inner soul credit are coming together, validating our inner integrity, aligning, empowering us the ability to really reach out and touch somebody energetically, and exploring opportunities as the day actually evolves and moves forward. Maybe you're opening up to a new habit in treating yourself better, something you feel you can actually commit to or maybe expand upon out into the world that really feels more empowering, feeling the nature of ourself, discovering, going on a path of discovery, going out on an adventure, exploring, foraging our own credibility, potential to manifest whatever it is in our day-to-day world, our life. Maybe you've pruned the vine. Maybe you began to prune the vines, the investments that really have died off, something you're doing that's not really doing the magic. Ones that really need to be pruned in the garden, the ones that need water, vitality to keep on growing. What are these new seeds that we're planting? It really is a wizardry of Wednesday, exploring the tree of life. We even have that is a message this week, tomorrow. So kind of feel each and every leaf, branch, trunk, root. I mean, trees got a lot of medicine there. Even the wind, the lightning, feel into the rabbit. So with the goddess of the night in the season of harmony, balance, being in receivership, you may even be feeling a little topsy-turvetish on what you do feel you do like and why you like it. So we've got some options happening, percolating. But with that, my name is Tonya D, and welcome to my virtual medicine room. I was checking out my makeup earlier, a little funky, but either way, I'm here. And if you have yet to subscribe to my channel, please do. Go ahead and hit that white rabbit on YouTube so you know when I go live. Tonya D. And even my Musing with Tonya D podcast, some great audio artists this season. And in the season of Taurus, the Earth Star, nature empathy, the heart center, the relational channel, our soul's harmonic, along with our sacral, lots of energy centers are percolating. But before we go any further and dive in deep, once again, let's give a shout out to the village, the tribe that's excelling, growing, manifesting, brewing, all the new peeps entering the community, the village, new subscribers. I just like to give a validation, a voice of acknowledgement that I do see you when you pop up on my screen. New friends and guests, welcome to the show. My intention really is to hit the 444 by this month's end. Are you in? Go ahead and share with your friends, your like-minded groups and whatnot. And of course, I always like to give a shout out to those of you that have been a part of my journey since the beginning. Ashe, blessings. Thanks for tuning in. It really does take a tribe, a village, a community. Storytelling. Gratitude and blessings to you and for you as always. Thanks for joining in. Even if you have to climb in later and watch the replay. And remember, a comment if you do feel like you are in need of a message for your day. Maybe you're going through a cosmic struggle. Sharing is just another way of paying it forward. You could also find me on TikTok, of course, YouTube, Shorts, and whatnot. Just remember, I'm your otherworldly shamanic assistant, reflector by design. You are truly your own healer, but sometimes we do have energetic hiccups, myself included. And we need another worldly life coach assistant to really get us out of our own magical way so our light shines brighter. That's what's going to be happening with this eclipsed moon, by the way, shining our light brighter. And the daily snippet, what's this all about? Well, the cosmic insights, the planets doing their cosmic dance. By design, I do follow the lunar energies of the moon through the seasons and the gates. It's kind of what's happening for me. I can actually feel it, which is quite curious. Curious in a great way, right? But for the season of Taurus, we do have the Earth Star, our 10th energetic center online. So this is all things nature. It's the realm of nature, whether it's an animal totem, a tree, a forest, water, whatever it is. If you're not sure what your intuitive gifts are, take my Change Your Stars quiz and find out your intuitive gift order, psychic abilities. We all have them. That's how we stir the cosmic soup. But we are lowering the drawbridge this week. As we have transformed our inner realm, the imaginal, now we are lowering the drawbridge, taking our inner net value out into the world, into our day-to-day world, shining our innate creations, manifestations out upon the world, shining, illuminating for all of the world to see, or at least our neighborhood. So are you feeling the rise of your inner net value, valuing yourself more because you know you're actually worth more? You just got to resonate with that. I also do a 4 pillars elemental foundation, finding your useful ingredients. I do those on Sundays, subtle energy, chakras, and all the things. The channels sometimes, the pathways, the yin and the yang, balancing the rhythms there, the biorhythm, even down to our auric fields. And as a reflector, I'm always asking myself continually, is this the right time and am I with the right people? That's why me validating and creating a tribe, quality tribe, is very important. I have to keep scrubbing the fields in a way. So also, what am I seeing that no one else can see? And more importantly, how can I deliver the message, the story about that? And what is the movement that I'm creating? And what is the solution that I'm creating within that movement as I create it? So with our mind literally off on holiday, literally, mine definitely was, in a season where things are really slowing down one step at a time, plowing the soil, the fields for the harvest, for the fall. The wheels of the mind are really kind of a slow aeration. The artist's way comes to mind, the language of the mind. So you may have writer's block, a language block, a barrier. I know I do, with our mind off on holiday. It took me forever, ever, land to get the Musing Moon meditation up, which is finally up today. Be sure to check that out and comment. Yeah, it's awesome. It's like this gravitational pull. I don't know. So you may also be reflecting on what the words are producing, percolating those affirmations. So with the flower power rising, I literally create 5 intentions today, feeling into your heart, going into and through your heart. Go on a discovery journey of your feelings and what's navigating there. You're going to discover something there that you may have not ever felt before, having some self-discovery. And again, we have all of these 5s, the power of 5. So really changes in the air, deep transformations, Scorpio energy. It's going into the depths of the earth, Hades, the shaman's portal, the worlds, the lower, the middle. we had the Andean cross on Monday, so you really can't make this shift up. We had the blade yesterday, and now we are in for some galactic mind-blowing possible change transformation. So really go back 6 months if you can. What was happening for you then? I mean, I know what was happening for me. It literally is the death and the endings of something. Maybe you're hanging on to them like a rapture, knowing it really has served its purpose. So we can only rise from the ashes if we allow the galactic change, the transformation. And again, the Musing Moon meditation is finally on the highway. So it's time to really utilize these energies for that galactic frontier change, pioneering change. I'll kind of share more about that tomorrow, but the moon meditation is there for your musing pleasure. So you're beginning to swirl. Maybe you're learning something new, navigating a new story, a curious belief, childlike wonder about who you are out into the world. How does the world see you? So this is a feeling energy. It's not a skeptical kind of logical one, but feeling empathy, the sacral. It's like, may the force be with you, which also connects to the astral realm. So it's a heartfelt moment in the choreography where we're able to connect the dots, seeing a variety of options, opportunities, being able to explore them, maybe just writing them down, not really taking them real seriously, just feeling into them and knowing you've embodied your own self-worth, transforming your values and reflecting on new intentions. That's what I do today in preparation, just getting prepared for this galactic Scorpio full blossoming flower power lunar moon. Oh my gods. So when we change the way we value ourselves, the world outside of us sees us differently as well. So it's time to upcycle the value system, creating new options in the outer world. How the world sees us is seen and felt differently. And knowing that we are more than capable to manifest and create something bigger, grander, galactic than possibly ever before. Pondering, musing, which I love, muse upon it. Like, what is it? So as you sit in sacred lucidity, fluidity even, lucidity, fluidity, either way, just coming up with your moon, your flower power intentions, I would kind of explore that today. Explore what flows or what flower even, go with the blossom, your heart's actually attracted to, like a bee. You know, notice the smells. What smells are flowing and which ones are disturbing? What feels in resonance with you? What feels off? Learning about the options. Stay curious, be open. As always, be open. I just like to stay curious and question everything myself. But again, for your musing pleasure, just a few announcements. Sorry, I've got to scroll down. You know, things are changing for me. So the season of the witches, my podcast. This is Jim Marshall. Not sure if you've tuned into him yet. The hierarchies of human phenomena, septemics. What a word. Kind of reminds me of septic, but great interview. Septemics. I'm going to actually have Jim on my Rising of the Origin show if you haven't listened in. He is this week's audio artist. I do have a new audio artist out tomorrow. Just remember to comment on your favorite in the Audio Room Artist Room. Musing with Tonya D podcast, my website, Apple, Spotify, traditionally all the places. But again, he's going to be in the Rising of the Origins. He's actually going to explain septemics the second week of June after I do actually the Rising of the Origins immersion, which is a free 5-day, where we're going to choreograph the stage, setting the stage, going into the elementals, and then moving into the subtle energies so we can kind of bring it all home, basically. So yeah, I'm kind of excited about that. Stay tuned. On Sundays, I do a mystery guest artist, if you will. I should probably change this, but thanks for bearing with me. Yeah, I do a mystery guest. I talk about your elementals, your 4 pillars, your useful element that comes in. And we all have these. They all work with the energy pathways, the meridians, the chakras, all the stuff. But it's just knowing our useful element to keep our body balanced energetically. Myself, I have no water in my chart. So on the 10-year pillars, when water comes in, I have resources. That's why I'm self-employed. I was never designed to actually work for somebody else. I was actually designed to be my own resource coming towards me. So that's kind of how that manifests. And let's see. I did the podcast. Oh, yeah. Here I am. Sorry, I've got so many things right here. I think I want this one. Where is it? Oh, there it is. Give me a second. I've got too many options up here. There we go. Cowrie shell divinations. I do divinations. This is more of an exploratory. I love cowrie shell divinations. I do those as well as one-on-one soul support sessions. But I learned the cowrie shell divinations. It was actually intuitively guided. My guides sent me to Elder Melodoma Some. I'm not even kidding you. I just knew he was the one to help me because I'd been traveling the outer world more frequently than being in the physical world. But cowrie shell divinations are just an opportunity. They were brought to Burkina, the tribe, Dagara, Elder Melodoma's tribe, through the Candomblé, which the Candomblé are the little beings that generally live in the caves, in the waters, and they're just messengers of laughter, love, and poetry. My Candomblé actually came in from a Stargate, which is totally hilarious. But it's just an art of divination that was brought to the West by him. So I was certified and trained actually with him 10 years ago. So there's that. And also I am taking a few indigenous people, medicine people, to Mongolia the end of August or the end of summer, August 7th. So if you're curious about that, the price does go up. It's a limited time offer. So we kind of really got to get narrowing that down. So yesterday we did have a lot of heavy metal. Heavy metal reminds me of a heavy metal rock band. But today we've got yin metal, lots of yin metal rooster, which is kind of arguing with the rabbit. Those are fighting elementals. Yin wood and yin metal fight. They scratch. Too much fine trimming. There's some self-criticism that might be happening. But the dragon, which is awesome, is a mountain, a barrier between the two, kind of setting them apart so they won't kind of gravitate and argue with each other and the in-betweens. But yin metal is this refined, luxurious energy. It's kind of like black, white, gray, very refined tools. Metal lethargy is kind of lethargy is kind of what I'm thinking. Refined jewels and gems, decisions, a leader. Roosters, you know, roosters do what they generally do. They are cocky and they wake everybody up. So there might be like a wake-up call today, analyzing. It's a day to really kind of analyze different situations, getting down to the fine print, the nitty-gritty, the details. Maybe you're overly focused on a goal, something you're trying to achieve. So the rooster is an ally for our day, so a supporting friend in the neighborhood, really. And the sun, the yang fire, that's ambition, it's authority, being seen as a charming leader who's in a powerful position, kind of a suit, if you will, a suit and tie. And the dragon represents mentors, resources to our day. And the water is actually what we do. It's the performance, hard to get to the performance, right? It's the output, being in the flow, inner peace. Water is always about peace, reconciliation, clarity. Fire's about the joys. Dragon's about the contemplation. The rabbit should be about kindness. And yin metal is actually courage. Reminds me of the Tin Man in The Wizard of Oz. But the rabbit, the yin wood, is wealth for our day, abundance, prosperity. But it's the metal of our day. It's being overly pruned. So kind of be gentle with yourself, be kind. And water's the spirit of creativity. So it's like taking the ideas and putting them to creative use. So this is a very yin day, inward day. Most of this is happening in our inner world. What is expressed or seen is in the outer world is that charming leader who has support, is supported by a mountain, even protected. So today, that's kind of what's happening there. It feels actually refined, actually, right? And as far as the message today, oh no, that's tomorrow. You won't believe it. I think I deleted it. Hang on. So the message today, we've got the witness. Let me grab that. I got ahead of myself. I'm pretty funny, aren't I? Hang on. Bearing witness to the witness. Here we go. It might fly in. There we go. Let's change that. Sorry. Golly, I'm on one, aren't I? Here, let's stretch that out a little more. I changed the screen, so it kind of took me for a minute. But the witness, which is great. There we go. The 64. So this is really bearing witness to what we belong, producing, manifesting, valuing in our day-to-day reality in our world. What we don't belong with and what we do. Where's the credibility? Are we able to receive it? So this brings us actually back to the energy of Monday. And how was Monday for you? I tend to leave the past where it is in the past. I did have some hiccups, I believe, around the same time that actually Pluto went retrograde, which is curious, right? For myself. I don't know about you, comment in the show notes. But the witness, what does a witness do? A witness basically observes without engaging in any action, being the observer in observership, cultivating inner stillness. Like a meditative waking state, if you will, being just hyperly aware, witnessing, third person omnipresent, if you have that gift, that ability, just being able to assess any situation from that elevated higher perspective, possibly through the cloud lines, making those better decisions, the betterment. So when we can be present for somebody else's situations, difficulties in stillness, most people don't have this gift or this ability because they're too worried getting about their own agenda out there sometimes, right? That's interesting. Then we're able to truly hear them, give them better advice. So sometimes we can be so still that we are a mirror for the other, a reflector by design, the etheric mirror. Then through our presence, our energetic frequency vibration, that's when they receive their own answers, and being a reflector, reflecting back to them sometimes in that stillness if they have that gift and ability. But this one's otherworldly. So the medicine here is to acknowledge our preconceived ideas, feelings about the situations that we're in, resisting the urge to change actually any of it, so we don't fall back into those kind of control paradigms and patterns and systems. Instead, really taking a breath, taking a pause, being embodied, connecting with the joy of not having to actually perform, just being in that cosmic stillness, holding space for the world to keep kind of spinning all on its own dime, bearing witness. But the 64 also adds to a 10. That's why I brought it back to Monday, which is protecting and trusting and loving who we are organically and what we're going to create and manifest and bring into this dimension, into the Earth star. So today I would say be your own witness, witnessing your own emotional reactions and bearing witness to them as being a listener, that third person omnipresent, even the hearing sister, clairaudience. What's being installed, created, something's kind of bubbling at the seams, if you will. And your heartfelt wishes, what's the desires in your heart that really resonates with the belief? Being in belief alignment where the manifestation actually comes true. Wishes become delicious. And just allowing it to be something grander than you possibly ever imagined before. The element of surprise kind of comes to mind. Sometimes it's the breath and the pause. It's in that moment where we go there, where we have self-discovery. And that's when we witness and we learn that we have greater options out there. There's no, throw the fish back. There's no need to keep everything, right? It's like I'm getting an idea of cleaning out the garage, doing a garage sale. You know, it, however, doesn't mean that we aren't going to identify them, whatever that is. I would do some scribing, some journaling, even some automatic writing. I don't know if that's what you do, but I do that sometimes, and then I can go revisit that scroll, just cracking open a new door to an aspect or a part of myself or yourself, something that's maybe been locked in a capsule. It's time to allow ourselves to be free. It's the unlimited possibilities along with the endless opportunities. So it's like opening the door and being seen. Nothing's ever at a standstill. So go for something grander than ever before. That really lights your heart up. It feels spontaneous. Maybe it feels exciting. Something that you actually heartfelt believe in. But the key to really access this doorway, this gateway of being a witness, is to what we feel as we feel through all of these opportunities, and allow your essence, your spirit, to be with your core authentic beliefs. They have to be in alignment. You have to actually believe it. And learning what needs to be reconfigured, maybe recalibrated, what we need to let go of as well. This is what we're kind of merging forward to with these messages of the week, along with the moon. And the universe is seriously remixing the brew, removing what's no longer serving us and moving us to where we authentically belong in this transformation. So you may be actually recycling where you have already been, doing a little moment of returning in the memo to those places where you actually witness what's brought you to this place right now in your life. So the blessing is in the sauce, being grateful for it, the lessons, the memo that you've already transversed through. So as we witness this, then go into your cavern and ask Spirit if it's staying, transforming, or going. What's the gift? What's the purpose? So this really is an allowing aspect. It's giving us allowance to do just that. And again, I would affirm that I'm in my sacred cavern. That's the sacred sauce of your own heart space, witnessing the grand scheme, your gift and purpose in this timeline, this lifetime. So with all of that, thanks for tuning in and gravitating towards me. We do have the Tree of Life tomorrow, so that's super exciting. And I'll see you then for a climactic rising day. And actually later today in the Rising of the Origins group, I do have my guest, Tammy Kripchik, talking about coaching, women coaching. So tune in if you're part of that, and I will see you on the other side. Blessings, as always. Ashe.
This is not a speculation. It's like knowing the difference between a tulip and a rose. Okay, every tulip in the world is unique, and every rose in the world is unique. But if you show me a tulip and a rose, I can say, this one's a tulip and this one's a rose. That's what this book is like. It enables you to see, okay, this guy, his basic purpose is pleasure, and it explains a lot. And that's, of course, 35 axes. So you can have a very thorough understanding. Let's say you want to understand your husband, okay? I don't even know if you have a husband. But if you do, you could go through this book and you could find him on every scale. And by the time you got to the end of the book, you would have a detailed analysis of who he is, what his strengths are, what his weaknesses are. You'd probably find he's high on some skills and low on other skills.